Continuamos justo donde lo dejamos. Vamos a hacer la tercera prueba. Gracias por el apoyo al canal, por los que están suscritos y los que no. Ya se tardaron en suscribirse. Muchísimas gracias por las vistas, los likes y los comentarios, que siempre estoy atento a lo que ponen ahí. Y pues no perdamos más tiempo, vamos a ver qué nos espera en la tercera prueba.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Ok, creo que estamos en el otro lado, precisamente era lo que iba a decir. Este edificio se veía desde allá. Vamos a ver qué hay aquí. Ahí se alcanza a ver Dillion. Y ahora ya no está. Espero no sean muy difíciles para poder seguir avanzando con esto. Por allá enfrente estoy segurísimo de que no podía pasar. No podía pasar. Bien. Vamos a ver qué ve esta cara.
Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here.
Ok.
Can we stay?
Nueva mecánica.
It's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's not the bridge. It's not. It's fixed. What? The bridge is fixed.
Es algo parecido a lo de los portales. Me imagino que no puedo abrir esta puerta.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
La madre de Baldur, si mal no recuerdo, es Freya. Y precisamente por esos sueños,
You can
ella busca la manera de hacerlo inmortal,
You need Dillion.
para que nada pueda dañar a su hijo y así no pueda morir.
He always said he's close. He's close. He loves you. You can feel his love calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. We're nearly here.
Ok. No, nunca. Pues busquemos la runa. Ok, acabo de ver algo. Generalmente me pasa eso y no reviso. Ya me pasó con el barco también, que no encontraba las escaleras. Y acabo de ver estas escaleras que seguramente me van a ayudar a pasar esa puerta. Y por eso están aquí. Porque estoy casi seguro que la runa va a estar del lado de aquella puerta. Bueno, lo único que podía dañar a Baldur
Go through it.
era el muérdago.
Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you?
Y supongo que lo explicarán aquí.
Dillian, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go before he disappears. Dillian, where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in this world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of color stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
She wants to.
Ok, no veo la runa. Pero antes de esto, quiero escuchar esto.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Baldur's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
He ahí lo que decía.
He was kind to her.
Ahora debo encontrar la runa.
Do you remember how he made you feel?
Probablemente va a estar arriba.
You can't go up
You
there.
can't go.
Ok.
Not in this world.
No, not in this world. You can't.
Ok, creo que he visto la runa sin querer.
Dillian saved you.
Ahí está.
Dillian
Gracias.
cared for her like no one else has.
Dillian's the only reason she's still alive. Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong
Primero voy a abrir esto antes de irme porque seguramente lo voy a necesitar.
world.
Without you.
Senua.
It is.
Me van a hacer dar vueltas. Está muy bien hecho el juego, De verdad estoy encantado con lo que han hecho. Aunque debo decir ahora que
Kill the things that are most precious to you.
esto de los acertijos está un poco extraño.
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
me?
up there. He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. Look, you're really there. She find the way.
Ahí está.
The curse cross.
¿Por qué no? Van 2 veces que me pasa lo mismo, pero bueno.
Why didn't she listen to her?
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking pollen. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Y adiós a Baldur. Todo porque
Nobody
Loki
will love her now.
Can you remember what love feels like?
Look what happens to the things she loves.
She destroys the things she loves.
marronas. Ok, esto empieza a sentirse un poco artificial.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea, and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Do you know? Was it worth it?
You're still alive and Dillian's dead. He doesn't deserve to be dead.
How does that make you feel?
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, emotions. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities. At her soul.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you. Wasting your time. You have no time
Okay.
for this. Speed up. These rooms
Quisiera hacerlo más rápido, pero no puedo.
trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you. What if these trials mean nothing? It's laughing at you. She thought she had light with her, did you? She is pure, dark. Get in the way. What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Ok.
You broke him. You killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you.
No veo la diferencia, pero bueno.
Do you remember the smell of his neck?
Ok, ahora la veo. Pero necesito estar del otro lado. Pero... ok, esto es bueno.
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hell and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Balder, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Balder was never my friend, she says. Let Hel keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
Qué bonito. No sé por qué tengo la sensación de que este puente es donde estaba el pajarraco del príncipe. Esto se está poniendo divertido. La runa está de aquel lado. Ok.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Ok. Ok. ¿Y dónde está?
Do you remember how he made you feel?
Remember Dillian?
What do you remember?
Do you remember the sound of his voice?
¿Qué demonios? Ok.
What does it feel like to be in love? Do you remember what love feels like?
Ok. Falta esa última.
Time just delayed, minute by minute by minute. What does she think she's doing?
Espera. Creo que tengo una idea.
Special. She thinks she
They mean nothing.
be special. Waste of time. Could all be a waste of her time.
Que esto está abierto, sí.
He was the only one. What if the
Ok.
gods are
Messing with
Demasiadas vueltas, lo siento. Pero al parecer vamos a poder terminar esta prueba aquí. Que empiezo a decir esto se siente un poco forzado. O sea, las mecánicas de juego aquí cambiaron de repente muy brusco, entonces siento como
You have blood on your hands.
You are guilty.
extraño estar resolviendo
Was it
estas
worth it?
cosas así. Pero bueno, no le quita méritos al juego.
You are guilty. Does it feel warm? Do you feel
Listo.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down, and turned these bonds to iron, and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face, so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree?
La historia es una maravilla, en serio. La verdad, si no han jugado esto, háganse un favor y jueguenlo, de verdad. Está impresionante. Muy bien hecho el juego. Muy bien hecho.
You squashed it, strangled. The curse cannot be.
Ok. En el primer capítulo morí por una viga así. Espero no me pase lo mismo ahora.
It's not safe.
Dillion never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad.
She can do it. You can do it.
I guess he took after his father,
No.
a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see, and he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillion's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes, and slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Be quick. Be quick. Careful. Breathe.
Ok. Estos movimientos de cámara confunden bastante. Pero creo que ya lo logramos.
Very careful.
No.
You've got this.
Ok, estuve a nada de caerme aquí. Vamos.
Bridge. And there's a long way to fall.
Venga, vamos con Dillion.
No! Where's he gone?
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to the...
He's gone to the water.
He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I love.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
Ok.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every
La
time you
confrontación de sus
remember,
miedos.
it disappears.
Parece ser que solo queda una prueba.
They're gonna take everything you have. The memories of
Lo voy a dejar aquí
They belong to the gods, not to you.
para
They're eating you
poder
from
disfrutar el
inside.
siguiente capítulo sin prisas. Muchas gracias por quedarse hasta aquí.
Body, they want your
Sigan
soul,
apoyando el
they
canal.
want your mind and the
Seguiré
guns.
regalando cosas dependiendo del apoyo que ve.
But they're the gods now.
dejen su comentario, su like, y espero que el siguiente capítulo volvernos a encontrar, que esto de verdad es una joya de juego. Una joya, ¿vale? Hasta luego.